In this video, I'm traveling to a tiny town in Florida with just one goal, becoming the city's fastest cuber. And on the way, I'm cubing in other insane locations, such as a haunted town built in the 1800s, a river filled with literally hundreds of alligators, and a world-famous zoo with over 1,000 animals. Starting with a luxury 5-star hotel. So this is the room we're staying at, and it's the location of our first challenge. But before we do the solves, I think we should do a quick little room tour. So behind me here is the kitchen, complete with this really cool looking stove. Oh my god, a full set of silverware. A selection of snacks that'll automatically charge me if I take any one of them. I learned that the hard way about 2 years ago. A full-size living room and TV. A bedroom with a second TV. A desk here, which looks like the perfect desk to do our challenge for today. And a balcony with a view of the pool, which I'll definitely be checking out later. At each stop of my road trip, I have to complete a different cubing challenge. And since this summer, I want to become sub 10 at 3x3, my challenge for day 1 is to get 10 solves under 10 seconds. So I got out my cube, my timer, and most importantly, this awesome Speedcube shop mat that you can buy at Speedcube shop for 5% off using the code Tebow. And I got to work. Oh yes, that's number 1. 9.197. Come on, yes, okay. 9.83. Okay, an 8. I think I'm warming up now. Let's go. Was that 3 in a row? Yes, okay, 4 in a row. Ooh. Ah, no. Ooh, and we ended with an 8.64. So our current mean right now is 10.153, which is nearly sub 10. Well, my current average of 5 is 9.6, so I think I'll take it as a win. And after a success at location number 1, my next stop was a botanical garden, complete with exotic plants, dozens of butterfly species, and a literal life-size maze. I'm at the center of this giant life-size maze, and out at the entrance over there is my sister. If I can scramble, inspect, and solve this cube before she makes it to the center, then I win the challenge. If I don't, then I lose the challenge for today. What she doesn't know is that if she makes it to the center before I finish, then she wins $1. 3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, going. What's up guys, I'm Tebow's sister. Oh, it's that way for sure. Oh my god, it's easy. Wait, I might be lost, guys. Oh!
Oh my god, I was 1 turn away. I lose the challenge for today, and also you win $1.
Yes! Like and subscribe.
And now that I'm 1 for 2, I have to succeed in this next challenge, in Florida's oldest hotel. Right now, oh my god, wait, the sun's in my face so bad. Right now, I'm at the Lakeside Inn, a 140-year-old hotel, the oldest in all of Florida. Literally everything about this hotel looks unchanged from the way it opened. That chandelier looks really, really old. These stairs look really old. This phone looks really old. There's even a boar's head on the wall, which was allegedly hunted by President Calvin Coolidge himself when he visited nearly 100 years ago. This whole building looks straight out of a history book. Except for that vending machine. And fun fact, according to some sources I've read, it's been rumored that this historic hotel is haunted by ghosts, so let's go inside and investigate. From the first moment I stepped into the hotel, it felt like I was literally time traveling to the 1880s, but nothing really felt off, except for the sound of the sink faucet. And just like before, my challenge was to get 10 3x3 solves under 10 seconds in this historic hotel room. Oh nice, starting off with a 9.178. Off to a way better start than last time. Nice, an 8.75. My session was off to a great start, but things quickly started going south as I went solve
I messed up.
after solve after terrible solve with not a single sub 10 in sight. Oh my god, I went like 10 solves without getting a sub 10. But after about 20 solves of not getting sub 10s, this finally happened. Finally, 9.097. That makes 4 out of 10 so far. Oh wow, that was 3 in a row after like 20 solves of no sub 10s. Okay, yes. 9.28, which means I have just one more sub 10 to go. Yes, okay. I ended with a 9.73, meaning this challenge was finally complete, but I was left wondering if my streak of slow solves was just a coincidence or if there were other forces at play. The next day, I explored the town, which looks just as old as the hotel itself. And you'll never believe what I found at the local bookstore. Which leads me to my next cubing challenge, solving a Rubik's Cube in the middle of Florida's longest river. My heart is racing right now, it's so cold. Ready, set, go. Oh my god. In the winter, this natural spring would be filled with hundreds of manatees, large aquatic mammals that are native to Florida's waters. But in the summer, it transforms into a natural swimming pool for tourists with freezing cold water and beautiful scenery. But it was nowhere near close enough to the middle of the river to complete my challenge, so later on, I'm going to be taking this boat to the middle of the river where I'll try to get a sub 10 3x3 average surrounded by alligators. But first, I had lunch at this manatee-themed diner. It had manatee-themed coffee, manatee-themed calendars, weird AI-generated advertisements featuring manatees. This picture on the menu of a manatee chef. Is that who's cooking my food right now? Should I trust a manatee to make my food? So many unanswered questions. But anyways, I had really good brisket and mac and cheese. Then it was time to board the boat and complete today's challenge once and for all. My goal for this boat ride was to get a sub 10 average of 5. But before I could even finish 5 solves, we saw something in the river that took everyone's attention. This is the American alligator, and the St. Johns River in Florida is home to not just 1, or 2, or 3, but over 5,000 of these alligators. We were lucky enough to witness just a few of them, but I still had a challenge to complete, so after a little while, I continued with my solves until I got this average of 9.92 seconds.
American alligator. You don't want to confuse it with the French and Italian alligators out there. The last alligator census, if you will, that they did, we have about 1.2.
But before I could get a sub 10 average in a city of only 2,000 people and become the fastest cuber the city's ever seen, I had to make a stop at the nearby zoo in Tampa. A few years ago, fellow cubing YouTuber and friend of the channel Tingman did a challenge where he tried solving a tiger Rubik's Cube next to a real tiger at the zoo. Today, I brought a panda Rubik's Cube, and I'm gonna try solving it next to a real panda here. The first part of the zoo was the aviary, and I knew I wouldn't be finding any pandas there. So I'm at the aviary right now, and there's a bird here, bird there, bird here. What is this thing doing here? This isn't a bird. Pretty impressive, but not a panda. These guys are black and white like pandas, but I don't think they're pandas. There's a panda on the carousel, but it's not real. Nope, not a panda either. Not a panda. Definitely not a panda. Not a panda! And after seeing dozens of different animal species, in search of just one panda... Are you subscribed to TeboeCubes on YouTube? I had to ask someone who might know. Do you know if there's any pandas at the zoo or no?
There are no pandas here.
Well, there's no pandas here, so I guess this will have to do. On to the next segment. So with that challenge ending in failure, I just had one more to do. Becoming the fastest cuber in an entire city. This is Ybor City. Started in the 1800s by Vicente Martinez Ybor, This neighborhood just outside of Tampa was built from the ground up by immigrants from Cuba, Spain, and Italy. And into the 20th century, it grew to be the cigar manufacturing capital of the world and a land of opportunity for foreign-born workers. But the Great Depression and the decline of the cigar industry turned the town into what it is now, a ghost of its former self. At its peak, Ybor City was home to tens of thousands of residents, but today, its population stands at just over 2,000. Still, you can't walk down the mostly empty streets of Ybor City without seeing, hearing, and feeling the footprints of the immigrants that made this town what it is. And after having dinner at Florida's oldest restaurant, I went out to finish my final challenge. According to Cubing USA, out of the millions of people that live in Florida, only 33 average faster than 10 seconds at 3x3. And the chances of any one of them living in this town of 2,000 people is just 1 in over 300. But to be sure that I'm really becoming the fastest cuber that this city has ever seen, I asked the fastest cuber in Tampa, and he told me he's never gotten a sub 10 average in this area. So if I get a sub 10 3x3 average of 5 in Ybor City, it's safe to say that I have officially broken their unofficial city record. My first 5 solves, honestly, were a complete disaster, with not a single sub 10 time. I could have stopped here and accepted the loss, but I didn't come all this way and do all of this warming up just to fail when it really counts. I was gonna do as many solves as it took, even if I had to be out here all night, if it meant I'd reach my goal and be the fastest cuber in this entire city. And after dozens of mediocre solves, this suddenly happened.